The system didn't fail you. It trained you. Not loudly, not aggressively, quietly, over years. And if you're like most people watching this, it worked. You earn, you spend, you repeat. And somehow, even when you do everything right, money never feels secure. That's not an accident. And in 2026, it matters more than ever. Because the system isn't breaking, it's upgrading. Let me explain. Imagine this scene. You wake up on a Monday morning, check your phone. Your salary came in. For about 10 minutes, you feel fine. Then reality starts withdrawing it. Rent or mortgage, utilities, insurance, subscriptions you forgot you had, a car payment that made sense 3 years ago. Before lunch, your money already belongs to someone else, not because you're irresponsible, because the system is designed to claim income before you ever touch it. This is why this topic matters now. We're entering a phase where income growth is slowing, costs are sticky, and debt is normalized as lifestyle. And most people are trained to respond the same way. Work more, spend smarter, hope harder. But that's not where the real control is. To understand the trap, you have to look at how the system actually works, not the version sold to you, the real one. The system doesn't care if you're rich or poor. It cares if you're predictable. Predictable income, predictable spending, predictable payments. That's how banks price risk. That's how companies forecast revenue. That's how governments stabilize tax flow. Your job is to be consistent, not free. Let's talk numbers. Say you earn $65,000 a year. After tax, maybe $3,800 a month hits your account. Sounds okay, until fixed costs step in. Housing takes 35 to 40%. Transportation takes another 15%. Food, utilities, insurance quietly stack up. Before you make a single choice, over 70% of your income is already assigned. That's not budgeting, that's pre-commitment. The system trains you to lock future income into past decisions. A longer lease, a bigger car, a lifestyle upgrade framed as progress. Each one reduces flexibility. But flexibility is the one thing the system can't monetize easily, so it discourages it. Instead, it sells comfort. Low monthly payments, buy now, pay later, 0% for 12 months. It feels generous. It's not. It's strategic. Because monthly thinking hides total cost. Here's the uncomfortable math. A $600 monthly car payment feels manageable. Over 6 years, that's over $43,000 for a depreciating asset. But the system doesn't show you 6 years. It shows you this month. Because this month feels affordable. And affordability is how control is taken without resistance. Now zoom out. This logic applies everywhere. Phones, furniture, education, even groceries. Everything is sliced into small payments so you stop asking big questions. Not, is this worth it, but can I fit this in? That shift is subtle and permanent. Because once your income is fully allocated, every future decision becomes reactive. You're not planning, you're managing pressure. And pressure changes psychology. When people feel squeezed, they seek relief, convenience, comfort, small rewards. The system provides those too. Food delivery after a long day, streaming to disconnect, a weekend trip to feel like life is moving. None of this is wrong, but together it creates a loop. Earn, spend, recover, repeat. No margin, no buffer, no leverage. And here's the irony. The system praises this behavior. You're a good consumer, a reliable borrower, a stable worker. You're doing well. But financially, you're fragile. One job loss, one health issue, one market shift, and everything tightens. Now let's contrast this with the story we're sold. The hype says earn more, get promoted, side hustle, scale up. But income alone doesn't create freedom. Structure does. If higher income simply expands fixed costs, nothing changes. In fact, risk increases, because a bigger lifestyle needs a bigger paycheck to survive. This is why people earning $100,000 feel just as stressed as they did at $50,000. The system trained them to upgrade comfort faster than control. Now look at the incentives. Banks profit from long-term debt. Corporations profit from recurring payments. Governments profit from stable consumption. No major institution benefits from you being flexible, low debt, and optional. So that path isn't advertised. Instead, you're taught that stability equals safety. A stable job, a stable payment schedule, a stable routine. But stability without control is just dependency with a nicer name. Fast forward 10 or 15 years. Same person, higher income, higher expenses, more obligations. They're not broke, but they're boxed in. They can't slow down, they can't pivot, they can't say no. Not because they lack intelligence, but because the system trained them to trade future freedom for present comfort. Now here's where 2026 changes the stakes. Automation is accelerating. Job security is fragmenting. Costs are adjusting upward faster than wages. The system needs you flexible, but it trained you rigid. That mismatch is the risk. So what's the escape plan? It's not quitting your job. It's not extreme frugality. It's not chasing wealth fantasies. It's unlearning. Unlearning monthly thinking. Unlearning automatic upgrades. Unlearning the idea that comfort is harmless. People who escape the trap don't live dramatically different lives. They just design for control first. Fewer fixed costs, more margin, more optionality. They ask different questions. Not, can I afford this, but what does this commit me to? Not, will this make life easier, but what flexibility does this remove? Over time, that thinking compounds, not into luxury, into calm. The calm to wait, to choose, to move slowly when everyone else is forced to rush. And here's the unresolved part. The system isn't going to stop training people this way. In fact, it's getting better at it. Smarter payments, smoother credit, more invisible obligations. So the real question isn't whether the system is fair. It's whether you notice when it's shaping your behavior. Because once you see the training, you can't unsee it. And what you do after that is no longer automatic.